Welcome to Dolly Talk. This is Dolly. How is everybody doing? Got something a little bit different today, and there goes Babu. We are going to be covering a trial of Stefan Angelle. He was this goes back to 2021, December of 2021, and gets into an altercation with another individual. So that is starting right now. Our opening statement started today, and voir dire was yesterday, so they already picked the jury. This is a retrial. The first trial was in February of 24. Yeah. Sorry. Yes, sorry. Yeah, 2024 February. So it's in front of Judge John Stevens, and should be interesting. So pull that up.
They wish. Stand by. Please cancel.
Hey, Louise.
What's this to state?
Oh, and yes, everyone, I did get headphones. Yes, they're no longer hanging off my head, thankfully. So thank you to everyone this morning for that. Hey, Half Irish, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, it turned into a hung jury. So there was some doubt. I think it was like I read a 6-hour deliberation before they hung. Did David send them? No, I just got them off Amazon.
I would like to make an apology.
All right, you may when you're ready.
Thank you.
Hey, Mavka.
Good morning. That uses the phrase the lottery of citizenship. Y'all remember that yesterday? You won. You're our jury. Congratulations. All right, team. I want to cover a couple of logistics and then I'm going to move into the actual opening statement. You will see me at there's a couple of things that are just odd. Number one, you'll see me using my cell phone a lot. Part of that is just coordinating witnesses. That's pretty common amongst lawyers in general. I'm a type 2 diabetic. I will frequently look at my phone because I'm monitored on that. So I don't want y'all to think I'm being distracted. So I just tell you that now because there's really no other time to tell you. Okay. Second logistic is you'll look over here and see I don't have a laptop. I'm still amazed at the fact that they went sick to the doctor Thursday or Friday last week, and I don't have it today. So no problem, no worries. I just point it out. I may get it at some point in time. Hopefully it's not going to cause me any problems in the trial, but it's one of those weird logistics. You'll see me frequently relying upon counsel. Luckily, I'm old school. I got almost everything on paper anyway, but just letting you know it's another little oddity that's out there. Now, as to this trial, one more thing that's out of the ordinary is that my doctor that's going to be testifying on the autopsy here is very popular this week. He covers a lot of counties working here at the medical center that handles it for forensic. I've forgotten the title now, but anyway, he's required to be in 5 different counties this week. 2 cases here in Jefferson County. So if everything goes logistically like it should, y'all are going to hear from him Wednesday right after lunch. Things might change and all of a sudden I've got to put him in at a different spot. So that's part of trial work. All right, so now to the opening statement. It's not an argument. It's just an opportunity for me to kind of tell you what's coming. A roadmap.
Okay.
Obviously, you all know that we're dealing with murder accusations. There are people in the courtroom that are family for Mr. Angelle. There's people in the courtroom that are family for Mr. Rubin. Both these sides want fairness and justice in whatever decision that we make. Most of the facts aren't going to be in disagreement. I'm going to lay them out to you. On December 27, 2021, there was an ongoing argument of a verbal nature that was happening on social media between the defendant, and I apologize if if I don't pronounce his first name right. I've heard it Stephen and Stefan, Mr. Angelle, and the decedent, Mr. Rubin. They're arguing back and forth. They agreed finally that they were going to meet up there in Port Arthur. For those who are from Port Arthur, where Gillum Circle is. He brought his crew. Jacoby brought his crew. They got there. There were some folks there that they decided that was not a good place to have a fist fight. So they moved to the location of where this crime occurs. That's about Liberty and 11th there in Port Arthur. I'll let the witnesses give you the specific address. This happens in the middle of the day. You see the cars. You're going to see a video that comes from one of the homes that's right there that catches this. So the crime is one of those oddities where it's all actually caught on video. Rarely does that happen. But this house luckily had 2 cameras that's going to give you 2 different views of how this takes place. You'll see all these cars rush up. You'll see people get out. I'll point out to you in the background of this video where the fight takes place. You'll see that Mr. Angelle looks like he wins the fight. I paused there because a garbage truck is going to pass through. It's pickup day there in Port Arthur, and he's coming through. It's driven by Beltran Perez. You're going to hear from him about what he saw and what he heard. He passes through. You'll see that on the video. The fight breaks up. You'll see Mr. Angelle go all the way back to his car, appears to get something. It's a gun. He goes to the car that was driven by Mr. Rubin, goes around it, and for whatever reason decides to shoot the back right tire. Garbage truck passes through. There's actually a guy in the intersection that's kind of acting as a traffic director. Passes through. Then you're going to see him shoot. You're going to see Mr. Rubin drop. And I'll make sure that you all see that on these videos. And then Mr. Rubin's half-brother, Charles Nicholas, shoots back at Mr. Angelle, and Angelle hides, shoots, lots of shots here, folks. 30-something casings are found at the scene. So I told you that you'll see Mr. Rubin drop. He gets up, he goes around a house, and he ends up on, I don't remember what street. Anyway, I believe it's Thomas Street. That's correct. Right there at 11th and Thomas is where he drops. He basically just manages to get up and go around the house and falls in the front of that house. Luckily, there's an officer about a couple blocks away on DeQueen Street. The body cam catches those the gunfire. So although the house video you can't hear, her video gives you those shots in the fashion that I described. And I'll warn you ahead of time, all that stuff's pretty alarming. Unless you're just used to gunfire, it's pretty alarming. That comes from Jennifer Simmons. David Jones will be your first witness that you hear today. He'll give me that house video. Mr. Perez will testify about his job and what he saw. That's the garbage truck driver. You'll hear from Ms. Simmons about what she hears and her body cam footage, how she responds. Then you'll hear from John Henry Fontenette, another Port Arthur officer, who finds the blood trail and helps us start to piece together this evidence that we're talking about. And then later today, you'll hear from my ID technician that works the scene. Then her name was Marie Kirkman. Now it's Marie Thibodeau. Lots of physical evidence is going to come in this afternoon to support these things that I'm talking to you about. The casings, the swabs that were collected that leads to the DNA evidence that comes in tomorrow. What you'll hear tomorrow is in a piece of irony. Mr. Angelle manages to drive from the scene in one car, but arrives at the local hospital, which I will mistakenly call Mid-Jefferson. Its actual title is the Medical Center of Southeast Texas. It's one of those hospitals that changes names, kind of dates me as far as that's concerned. But anyway, he leaves in one car, arrives, apparently drives somewhere and gets somebody else to bring him to the hospital. He arrives there, you'll see the video about that and how he comes in. I say the irony is that once first responders work the scene at the murder, Mr. Rubin goes to the hospital from there at 11th and Thomas, and he dies in the hospital in the bed next to him.
Aw.
I anticipate that you'll get to hear a body cam video from his stay at the hospital where he's asked questions about his gunshot wound. It is normal and customary when somebody is shot that they call law enforcement. Everybody knows that. Law enforcement shows up. He's not in custody, but he's asked questions. He says, somewhere entirely different from this place, doesn't know who was involved, don't want to press charges, entirely different from what you'll see. That'll be sponsored through a nurse that's working that scene. You also find out from that nurse that when he goes to treat Mr. Angelle, he had just been called up of getting chest compressions of Mr. Rubin. Frank Commander will sponsor the hospital video that kind of tells you where all that stuff is at. And then we'll hear at some point in time, and you're going to hear from Mr. Rubin's half-brother. His name is Charles Nicholas. He is interviewed by the police. He voluntarily gives his gun that he had that day. He's going to talk to you about how he returned fire. He's going to explain to you how after Mr. Angelle wins the fist fight, that he basically tries to pick a fight with Charles. And Charles wasn't going to have it. He flashed his gun. Everybody out there had guns. But it's only Angelle that shoots Rubin first. And then there is a gunfight between Mr. Nicholas and Mr. Angelle. That's how he got shot. DNA will come into play because we get a search warrant for his DNA. We get a search warrant for, we have access to Mr. Rubin's car, and you'll get DNA from that. There is, I'm mixing facts. We do get a search warrant for the car that he's driving. It's a Toyota Camry. We get DNA swabs from that. You'll hear from the DNA folks about that. As to Mr. Rubin's car, we retrieve ballistic evidence from that, where you see where a bullet goes through in addition to shooting the tire. So again, all this physical evidence is going to come into play. It'll be collected and provided the initial evidentiary chain for you when we deal with Miss Tebow. You'll hear from the two DPS folks, Miss Stoner and Miss Patnick. They'll talk to you about how DNA is handled once those folks get that, and they'll give you the findings that support where this evidence is. And then towards the end of my case, you're going to hear from Brandy Henley. She is our ballistics expert. She's going to make sense out of the, I believe it's 31 casings, bullets, and fragments, the ballistics evidence. She's going to be able to rule out that it wasn't that it was Mr. Nicholas' gun that's responsible for some of the casings. She will identify the gun that is responsible for the vast majority of damage there, as well as killing Mr. Rubin. And then we'll finish the case off with Adam Cousins. He is the detective that worked this case. You'll hear from him initially on about how he got the swab for Mr. Angelle. That's just so that we can do the DNA chain properly for you all. And that's it in a nutshell. Like I said, it's a rare scenario when you've got video, specifically of an incident. But it's going to come down, like I told you, the evidence is not really disputed. The argument's going to be who shot first. And once we break it all down for you in the video, I think it'll be really clear. Look forward to working with you.
Mr. Burbank, do you want to make an opening statement now? Go ahead.
This is Mr. Ham. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, as the state has said, it's their burden of proof. We can elect to produce evidence and witnesses at the appropriate time. I will tell you that that decision has not been made. What I'm here today to tell you is that as we spoke yesterday afternoon, and I said that first is, and you've all told me that you'd give me 150% attention. Number two is that the burden is, and it is a legal question, but the burden is on the state to produce evidence. But what I'm asking you to do is when you hear things, before you rush to judgment, I ask you to take the totality of the circumstances. That is, when you see this, when you see things happen, when you see the number of people as the state has outlined, what was going on using your reason and common sense. That's what I've asked you to do yesterday, and that's what I'm asking you to do today. So that to keep an open mind to everything. And then when you receive the charge from the court and go back there and deliberate, discuss it and come with a decision. And that's all I've ever asked you to do. And I know that you will. Thank you.
Call your first witness.
Okay.
David Jones.
A little short, but all right.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, crap.
Yeah, I'm going to move the podium. You'll let me know where you want it.
I mean, I've
That's
heard
good.
shorter, just not by much.
Please come forward.
No one has been sworn to.
And raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony that you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Please have a seat. Yes, thank you.
David Jones, that was the name. Thank you. Also, do keep in mind before we begin that I don't know if this is the same defense counsel from last time, but the defense did do a decent enough job in the first trial to at least get a hung jury. So they had something to work with at least.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you state your name for the record? You're a resident here in Port Arthur?
Yes, sir.
I don't normally ask people, what their specific address is, but it's really relevant in this trial. Can you tell me what that is, sir?
Yes, sir. It's 2248 11th Street.
That address is in Port Arthur.
Yes, sir.
Is that within the confines of Jefferson County,
Yes, sir.
within the state of Texas?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived there, sir?
For at least 10 years off the top of my head.
Were you living there back in December, specifically December 27th of 2021?
Yes, sir.
And is that house equipped with cameras for security purposes?
Yes, sir.
Where are they?
They're located, one of them in the front entrance of my home. And if you're inside the home to my right, it's on the Liberty side. One camera facing the 11th Street and one camera facing the Liberty.
Okay, and were those cameras working back at this time frame that we're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Were you at your residence whenever this instance occurred?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't believe.
If I told you it was around somewhere between 12 and 1 p.m. on that date, you don't believe you were at your house?
I don't believe I was at my house. I don't believe so.
Did you see the shooting?
Not live. Didn't see it live. Seen it on the recording.
May I approach?
Yes.
Show you what it's been marked as State's Exhibit 2. You've had an opportunity to review this, haven't you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is this the video footage from your security cams of that house that we've identified?
As far as I know, yes, sir.
And if I remember right, sir, you've got a camera 1 and a camera 4.
Yes, sir.
Is there a 2 and a 3?
Yes, sir. There's a 23. I believe those fees were down. They may have been down a bit.
So did you provide law enforcement access to the 2 working cameras, that being camera 1 and camera 4?
Yes, sir.
And can you tell us that your equipment was working properly?
Yes, sir. They were working properly.
Doing what it was designed to do, right?
Yes, sir.
And you said that you've had an opportunity to review that.
Yes, sir.
Does it appear to be those 2 angles from your house that we've been talking about?
Yes, sir.
And does it appear to capture an incident that occurs when we were calling the shooting back on December 27th of 2021?
Yes, sir.
But Ian, you weren't physically present. You didn't see it.
I don't believe so. No, sir.
How is this images, how are they captured? Is it a continual feed, or can you tell me about that?
Yes, it's a continuous feed.
And how long do you save it, sir?
I think that it automatically rewrites itself after a week, 7 days.
And did law enforcement come and get that copy from you the day of this incident?
I can't remember if it's the exact same day or not. I can't remember.
But close in proximity at least?
Yes, sir.
And you assisted them in that regard?
Yes, sir.
Or we would tender State's Exhibit number 2.
Action, states exhibit number 2, that the proper foundation has not been laid and that there has been no testimony from this witness that is a true and accurate depiction of what occurred that day with no modifications, omissions or deletions, because she did not see it.
Sustained.
All right, so I know you didn't see the particular events, but can you assure the court and this jury here that there's been no additions or deletions from the video that we've got here?
Yes, sir.
So no one came in or did anybody come in and add or delete any of this information here?
No, sir, nobody came to delete. I had a full control over the camera and footage, so nobody came and deleted or altered anything without my knowledge.
Are you representing that the images that are contained within State's Exhibit 2 are true and accurate copies from your camera system as it was designed and that it worked appropriately at the time, sir?
Yes, sir.
And we would retender State's Exhibit 2, Jeff.
Thank the gentleman on one hour.
All right.
Morning, Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
In reference, you testified that you did not see or was not at home at the time of the alleged incident. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I'm not sure if I was at the home during that time.
You don't know what day law enforcement actually went to your house requesting the tape.
Not exactly.
When they did you show them what you had?
Yes, I showed them the whole tape.
And did they then use a recording device to record what you had?
If I remember correctly, they had saved it from the actual camera. They had saved it from the actual DVR, the hard drive that is saved on.
Off of your camera.
Yes, off my DVR, yes, sir.
So they downloaded it off of your unit.
Yes, sir.
Then how did they do that? Do you know? Did it plug in or did they use a cell phone or some other camera to take it off your screen?
Thumb drive. Normally, a thumb drive, you put it inside the DVR and you can save it. You can go into settings and save like a certain time frame snapshot of the video camera.
And when they did that, did you then observe or did you have a chance to observe what was actually downloaded on the thumb drive to see it?
Yes, sir.
Did they show it to you afterwards?
Well, yes, sir. We checked it out. We checked it out. Either it was on my laptop or their laptop. I even checked it after it was downloaded. Yes.
But you did not see the actual event.
No, sir. No, sir. I didn't see the actual.
At this time, Your Honor, because there's a intervening person that had the recording, I also object to that the proper foundation and individual has not testified yet.
Response, State.
Does it, if the court considers that, we do have this person coming later, but I believe that the foundation's been laid. He's testified about his equipment, how it works properly, that he saw the whole event, that he's actually seeing this as well, and nobody added or deleted to it.
A copy is appropriate.
You see the lawyers up there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to discuss something here.
Oh God, he's got a bow tie.
Private for the record. I'm going to put the noisemaker on. Please bear with us. This won't last long. Thank you.
I got a couple more questions to make sure I'm good. Yes, this is Bill. You reviewed upstairs this morning those items that you provided to the law enforcement, did you not?
Yes, sir.
And those items were feeds from your camera 1 and camera 4 at this house that we've been talking about.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
When you reviewed that, did those images appear to be the same as what you saw back when you provided these?
Yes, sir. That's correct. They appear the same.
All true, accurate, correct? Yes?
Yes, sir.
From what you saw then to what's about to be seen by the jury if this is admitted,
Yes, sir. Exactly the same.
without any additions or deletion,
Yes, sir. Without any deletions or additions, anything. Yes, exactly the same as I provided.
all working properly off of your recorded
Yes, sir.
system. Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, sir. That's correct.
Again, Your Honor.
Anything,
Mr.
For the record, Judge, I renew my objections for the record.
Okay, you're just objecting in a general fashion.
Well, the two instances that I objected to, one was that there's an intervening party
Hey,
that reported that UBS zip drive and that he did not actually see the offense, so he doesn't know if it's true or accurate of what actually happened that day because he wasn't home.
Okay. Overruled. The witness's testimony is that he knows how his equipment works. It works accurately, and it records accurately what items that it is recording. Those were passed on to the police, and the police took a copy of that, and he has reviewed that. It is a true and accurate copy of what his recorder produced as it records accurately. overruled. And what is the state's exhibit number 2?
No, this is number 2.
It is admitted.
Permission published.
Granted. Dennis, if you'd be so kind, the device. Thank you.
Okay, we can kind of see a corner of the video.
Our judge.
Come on, you can do it. Or not.
No sound to this video, is that correct?
That's correct.
And just, it's playing. I'm not gonna ask for comments. Just want to make sure that this is camera 1. Yes,
That's correct.
from your house on the front side of your house is what it appears to be.
Yes.
Is the time accurate? Or was it an hour off?
Yes, mate. Usually it's like an hour off.
So when it says 1:49, this is probably 12:49.
Yes, sir.
Is there a Zoom fashion, a Zoom?
I'm going to do that later,
Thank
Judge.
you. Sorry.
I'm trying to do, Judge. Oh, crap. My picture's in front of it. Sorry, guys. Oh, there we go.
Let's stop it at that stage. Let me go over to camera 3. Jumping down to the video that comes from channel 4
For camera 4. Is this the other viewpoint, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is it marked back? I'm seeing at the top right hand corner, the word back.
Yes, it could have. It could have been.
Just like I noticed on the other, it said front.
Right. Yes.
Is it the side of your house?
Yes, sir.
You don't know Stephen Angelle, do you?
No, sir.
crap. Sorry, guys.
11th and in the confines of
I hit the wrong button.
Mr. Jones, how many times do you think you've seen those videos?
I've seen them multiple times, from having at my house and then then, from the police department, I may have posted online. I've seen them multiple times.
Right, so let's cover some housekeeping things first. All that stuff I was asking you before we played the videos. Are these the videos that you captured from your system back on December 27th, 2021, after the shooting took place?
Yes, sir.
Did you add or delete anything as far as these copies that we just showed the jury?
No, sir, not at all.
That they truly and accurately depict everything that your cameras caught that took place at the times that are indicated?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go into some of the detail. Did you know any of the individuals that appear in the videos?
No, sir.
Did you know any of the cars that were driven?
No, sir.
Did you, when you watched it, did you see the fist fight that occurs in the background?
Yes, I've seen a fight or scuffle, whatever, back in the corner by one of the small trees. Yes, I've seen.
It's really in the background of this particular video, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
While the other items are a little bit closer.
Yes, sir.
Did you see the garbage truck that passes through?
Yes, sir.
Was that normal garbage day?
Yes, sir. No, I believe so.
Like, it appears to me that that truck couldn't have gotten through with the way those cars were parked.
Objection, calls for speculation of what it might appear or not.
Yeah.
And
Don't say
also
my
that he
client's
was not there at
discourteous.
the time, and he's speaking about, Mr. Davis is speaking about something that he did not personally observe at the time it happened.
Do you know your answer? Do you know the answer to that question? Sir?
Repeat the question.
The question I'm asking is, do you think had those cars not moved, could the garbage truck have gotten through?
Probably not. When I looked at, I think the one on the left, looking at it backed up, so the garbage truck can go through. It, from what I can tell, it looked like it probably could not have went through. So they have blocked it.
Are the streets wide?
2-lane streets, regular 2-lane streets.
Okay. Did you see the person run to the gold car and go back to the red car?
I seen most of the people running. I couldn't pinpoint exactly.
That's the gist of what I want to cover with you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Just that's what.
Seeing that, Mr. Davis, seeing that you observe or was looking at this many times, do you know how many people actually were running that you observed?
No, sir.
More than one, of course.
Yes, sir.
Could have been all of them that had shown up, right? At some point. And they looked like they were trying to flee something.
Sure.
They looked like they were trying to flee some situation.
It could have been, yes.
And then they all left and ran. I guess they got in their vehicles and they all took off.
I guess you could say that, yes, sir.
I mean, I guess one of them went by your house backwards with the door open, correct?
Yes, sir.
Backwards.
Through the front in this camera number one, you saw it appeared to be a young African-American running in front of your house to the intersection. Do you know where that person came from?
No, sir.
And when you talked about that you saw some type of fight between people, were there between two individuals that you saw in the back of that video?
Could have been two, could have been more. I see the general fight.
There's no audio, so you don't know what was said.
No, sir.
And did you see anything out of the ordinary, like firearms or anything like that you saw?
I can't remember.
And after you gave the law enforcement a copy of your security camera, you didn't have anything else to do with this case, is that correct?
No, sir.
Well, yeah, you didn't have anything else.
Oh, I did not have anything to do with the case.
It might have been my question. I'm
Right.
sorry. Thanks, Judge.
That was a heads you win, tails he loses question.
It was. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Pass the witness.
Anything else from Mr. Jones?
No, Your Honor.
All right, maybe this may be excused.
Please.
You are excused, sir. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
We're take a short break, ladies and gentlemen, 5 to 10 minutes. Refresh yourself. Report back outside. Thank you very much. Everyone else remains seated while the jury exits first and the witness. Thank you.
Okay. It's nice. There's a lot of breaks. What is the judge doing there? Whoa, Judge. Judge. Okay.
If you were taking the route between Trimby is
Okay. Forward, please. Please raise your right hand. There you go. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
And please have a seat. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so this is the garbage truck driver.
And
You might want to write.
microphone to your voice. There.
There we go. Ms. Perez, where do you work?
I work for the city of Port
Okay. And how long have you been with the city of Port Arthur?
Arthur. In this year, it's going to be 10 years.
10 years. Okay. Can you tell the jury what you do with the city of Port
Hold on
Arthur?
a second. His full name is not in the record.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please state your name for the record.
And it's Bertrand Perez.
Okay. Can you spell that out for me?
Beltram. Perez is Perez.
And you said you work
For the city of Port Arthur.
for 10 years? And can you tell the jury what it is you do?
I work for a public waste residential department.
You said the solid waste?
Yeah,
Okay. And within that department, what are your job duties?
it's to work in the residential pick up garbage. For the garbage truck.
Okay. And those duties, are those the same duties you had on December 27th of 2021?
Yes,
Okay. Do you have a specific route you take?
yes.
Okay. And on December 27th, 2021, can you describe if you were taking the route between 11th and Liberty?
First, they start Woodward to Richmond. My boundaries, and the other one is from Dorkway to Lecture.
Okay. Permission to approach, Your Honor.
Uh,
I'm going to show you this image here. I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 16. Do you recognize this Google image?
Yes,
Are you personally familiar with these streets?
yes,
Are these the same roads that you took on that route on December 27th of 2021?
Yeah.
Is this image does it fairly and accurately depict the streets you drove that day?
Yeah.
Okay. Will this map help assist in your trial testimony?
Yeah.
Your Honor, I'd like to offer State's Exhibit 16 into evidence, and without inspection, I'd like to publish.
No, we have to 16, Judge.
It's admitted.
Permission to publish, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Can you see this, Mr. Perez? A little difficult. Would you like me to zoom in?
oh, yeah, they go. Over.
Is that better?
Thank you, Dan.
A little bit cold.
Yeah, it's better here.
Okay, you can look right here.
Oh,
Oh,
oh boy.
Yeah.
can you see on this image right here, looking back at that, Mr. Perez? You can see clearly here? Okay. Now, these streets right here, was this part of your route on December 27th of 2021?
Yes,
And on December 27th of 2021, you would have been driving the garbage truck, is that correct?
yes,
Okay. Can you tell me where you drove up on this day?
yes. I was coming from Tom's.
Need a, the lamp's just not on.
You can use this stuff.
The lamp's still not on.
Right, then.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, you can stand up, sir. Yes, sir. And go ahead. You get closer to the map if you need to.
I was coming from Tom's Boulevard,
Okay. So you're coming from Thomas onto Liberty?
which is here, then I make a right turn, head into Liberty.
Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. Now, when you were driving up on that day, can you describe the scene around you?
Yeah, as soon as I turned to Liberty, I seen a few guys standing up in this area and some in this area. But they were just talking to each other.
Did you know any of these individuals?
No,
Did you see any vehicles there?
yeah, it was still a few people. I'm not sure, but in this area, probably one here. I'm not sure, but it was few on this area.
So as you're driving onto Liberty, were you able to get through past those vehicles originally?
Yeah, since it was one here and some here, it was no problem for me to pick up the garbage cans that was on this side.
Okay. Was there ever any difficulty with you driving through?
No.
Okay. Did anyone ever have to move vehicles for you to come through?
Yes, when I finished picking up, the garbage cans on this side, I was heading to 11, then yes, they have few vehicles. I remember someone here, and they just moved
I see you're stretching, so I'm gonna help right here. So you're driving down Liberty,
Mhm.
right?
to 11.
Where are you trying to turn onto 11th?
I was turning
Left or
to
right?
right.
Okay. Is this where you were having difficulty passing through?
No, I didn't have no difficulty, but since the guys, they moved the vehicle, so I make my right turn, and I keep working 11.
How many vehicles were moved out of the roadway for you to pass through?
I think it was 1 or 2.
So as you're driving down Liberty, did you see anything concerning?
No, not really.
Okay. When you took that right onto 11th Street, did you hear anything?
Yes, when I was turning. I didn't turn completely, but when I was about to turn, I don't know how to put it, but when I was just kind of turning, I heard some gunshots.
So just to clarify, as you're turning on mid-turn, that's when you hear something?
Yes, yes,
Okay. And you drive a rather large truck.
yes.
Where does the engine sit within that vehicle?
Like right next to me.
Is it sometimes hard to hear?
Yes,
But you very vividly remember hearing a shot on that turn onto 11?
yes.
You
It
can
was
go ahead.
like more like a firework.
Okay, but you did hear it.
Yeah, I did.
You can go ahead and have a seat. I want to make you keep standing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So once you turned onto 11th Street, what did you do?
Hands on 11, so I started picking up those cans.
Did you just continue on with your route?
Yeah,
Did you turn around at any point to see what was happening?
no,
What?
I cannot distract because I have heavy equipment with me.
Okay. As you're driving down 11th Street, did you hear anything further?
No,
Okay. So you said when you turned on 11th, you heard a gunshot, but you also testified as to hearing. When did you hear a lot of gunshots?
when I was turning.
As you were turning as well? Okay. So after you're driving down 11th Street, what is the next street you turn on your route?
I believe it's Richmond.
Okay. And when you're driving on Richmond, did you see anything out of the ordinary there? Okay. Did you see any commotion from that perspective? And do you recall these events pretty vividly?
Yes,
Okay. Did you ever at any point see anybody running away?
no,
Okay. I'm gonna pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, guys. Thank you, Louise. The one I had, I think that was different than the one I had, so thank you. So it looks like, yeah, this Forest Street and Liberty Avenue. So this should be, yeah, nice suburban area. So, oh, you got a Miller Lite, Coors Light distributing company there. Broadway there. Beaumont Convention and Visitors Bureau right down the street. That's going to be great for tourism. Got a playground there. Oh, a skate park. Great lawn. Exxon. What more do you want? I'm not sure then where Richmond is. Got Martin Luther King Jr. Parkway. Richard's Cafe. I'll keep looking while we play.
Morning, Mr. Perez.
Oh.
Can you see this diagram?
No,
Okay. John?
Yes.
You started and you made a right turn or a left turn at Thomas.
Okay, guys. Okay, looks like we were mistaken. So, yeah, I was mistaken. So this is Richmond Avenue and 11th Street. So it's a residential area. Richmond is behind it. Okay. So yeah, it's like right there. Father God's fam business. That's nice. A lot of churches. To Queen Park. So yeah, this is where it happened. Thank you. Oh, Liberty Avenue is up here. Are you talking about me, Mavka?
And Liberty. When you came down Liberty here, were you coming from over here or were you coming, did you make a right turn?
I was coming from. I did make a left turn.
Okay.
Yes, left turn.
And when you came down, how many vehicles did you actually see on the road here?
Like I was saying before, I thought I seen one here and
Okay.
three here.
Point. Can you get up and point where it's, and Mr. Perez, I will tell you that just prior to you testifying, we saw a video from a house that showed a number of cars coming and parking on the side of the road on 11th Street. What is your recollection of what vehicles you saw and where?
You can move around the chair.
You can move around. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's been a long time.
Absolutely.
I don't even remember back then. So, I could remember a little bit, say like one vehicle here and three here.
Okay. Was there anything on here in reference? This is the intersection of 11 and Liberty. Okay, as you can tell. The camera or the fixed exhibit number 2 that we observed was from security footage from this house here. Okay. There seemed to be a number of cars on the right-hand side of the street and some here on the left-hand side of the street before the intersection. Is that your recollection or can you remember?
I don't remember seeing here. I remember seeing here.
Okay.
But there. And when I was coming down, after I finished picking up my cans, when I was coming down to the turns, I have to see ahead of me, and I see 2 vehicles here.
Okay.
That's when they move.
So when you say 2 vehicles, these 2 vehicles were in the intersection right about here. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay. And then one of them moved back to allow you to make your right-hand turn?
Yes. Yes.
When you said that you observed individuals, is this where you observed individuals in the street?
It was here and also on this vehicle that it was there. I don't know if it was a vehicle, but there was a group of guys here and here talking to each other.
Okay. Do you think they were all the way back here? Or could they have been up closer? And I know we're talking 4 years ago.
No. I think this guy was like a group here,
Okay.
a group here.
And they appeared that they were talking.
Yeah, they seem to get it every time.
Okay. Do you know if there was a fight? Do you know whether or not they were fighting, or did you see anything that indicated they were fist fighting?
No violence. I don't see no violence.
Oh, you can have to, so.
Thank you.
Do you know whether or not they were just talking or were they arguing?
Well, my thing is, just quick look and I was on my job.
Because you were driving the vehicle and it's such a large vehicle,
Very heavy.
you got it, okay. When you made the right-hand turn from Liberty to 11th Street, is that when you heard the gunshots?
When I was making.
Making the right-hand turn. Making your right-hand turn from Liberty onto 11th Street.
Yes.
Is that when you heard the gunshot?
Mhm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. And you said there were several gunshots.
Yes.
You don't know who or where they came from.
Mhm.
Did you ever, after this incident, did you ever check your vehicle in the back? Or do you know if law enforcement ever checked? And that's 2 questions. But did you ever check your vehicle in the back to see if there were any gunshots?
There were no gunshots. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. There was no gunshots.
Okay. Did you do it or?
And my understanding is he kind of driving here, makes as he's making the turn, then pew pews happen. And that's when he hears them.
Or did the police do it? Do you remember?
I don't remember, if the police went to check the trucks, you know, but I did myself when I found out from my supervisor that I was involved in, you know, gunshots. So I went up around, I did a tour around my truck and there was no gunshots.
After you made your right-hand turn on 11th Street, you said you continued picking up trash cans, correct?
Yes.
And you
Who's
said the
behind
next
the
street is Richmond
Richmond Avenue.
Richmond Avenue. And did you make a right-hand turn on Richmond Avenue?
Yeah,
Okay. There's only one side that you can pick up garbage on, right?
yes,
And it's the right-hand side?
right.
And is it a right-hand driver or a left-hand where you sit?
Right.
Right-hand?
Those structures, you can drive either left or right, but
Oh.
operate from right.
Okay, so you're operating on the right.
Yeah.
Okay. When you made the right-hand turn, you went back to Thomas Boulevard, correct?
Yes,
And you made another right-hand turn, correct?
I didn't. I went straight, Richmond,
Okay.
I seen a body lane.
You said what?
I seen a body.
You saw a body.
Yeah, wait, I looked at that one and I seen somebody top a body that was laying.
Okay. And when you saw the body, were there people around them?
It was
Around?
I think one guy.
One guy.
Yeah,
Could you tell whether or not the gentleman was white, African American? Can you tell what
African American.
African American, black?
He's a black.
Okay.
He's a black. So I could see. There's a daylight, you know, I could see. So
You saw that.
yeah,
Did you see a gun by that individual? Did you see
I didn't stop to look at stare. I didn't stare that hard. I just look and I keep going.
the individual that you saw? You only saw one individual over that, the person lying on the ground?
Yeah,
Was he also African American?
yeah.
Did you see a gun in his hand?
Excuse me. The guy that was laying, I don't know if it was African American. The guy that was top of the guy, yes, I seen that. So
Okay. You just-
black young man.
Okay. And did you see a gun in his hand?
No,
Did you see him pick up a gun at all or anything, firearm at all?
more likely he was trying to help this guy that was.
Okay, but you didn't see any firearm?
No,
And then you said you went on straight across Thomas Boulevard?
Yeah.
When were you notified that you possibly were in the middle of a crime? That someone was shot? Well, how long after you? I know you continued on working. When were you notified that, hey, we need to come back and talk? Was it that day?
yeah, the same day.
Was it after your shift?
No, it was probably 10 or 15 minutes later. They called me,
Okay, and who called you?
my supervisor.
Okay, and when you got a call by your supervisor, did you have to go back into the office or the yard?
No, I finished my route.
You just finished your route?
Yeah,
Then how long after did you strike that? Were you instructed that you needed to talk to some people?
no.
Okay.
Not that day.
How do you know, or do you know why they thought they needed to talk to you? And this is like 10, 15 minutes after you left. How do they know that you might have some information? Do you know why you might have some information?
It was the next day because they told me I was involved in a gunshot.
Gunshot. Okay.
Yeah. But they checked on me 15 minutes ago. Are you okay, Perez? And I said, yes, I'm all right.
Okay.
And on that time I was still working because my route is big. I'm still on 11th Avenue. So from 11 you have to go 10, 9, 8 and keep going to lecture if you have no route.
But someone within 10 to 15 minutes after you made that turn or left the area called to make sure you were okay.
Yeah.
And then, is my understanding, then the next day, you talked to the police.
I believe forget the 28th, if I'm not mistaken.
The 28th? After you gave your statement to the police, when you gave the statement to the police, Mr. Perez, did you ever tell them that when you made the turn from Richmond to Thomas Boulevard, that you saw an individual in the grass laying down and someone over him?
No.
Okay, you never said, you never,
Yeah, I was just asking.
Oh,
whatever
were they at
question.
Dealey Plaza?
Yeah.
but you did, when you made your statement, you never wrote that down, did you?
No, I don't think so.
After you gave your statement, Mr. Perez, did you have anything else to do with this offense or this incident?
No.
Thank you, sir. Pass the witness subject to recall, Your Honor.
Mr. Perez, when you're driving this route and referring to December 27th, 2021, would you have been the only individual on that route?
Yes.
Okay, so the route is designated to you solely?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else in the vehicle with you at that time?
No.
Right, I'm going to show you what was previously submitted as State's Exhibit 2. Do you recognize these streets?
Yeah.
What streets do you see here?
Particular vehicle where it stands, 11.
Okay. The black vehicle is 11th Street?
Yeah.
Okay. And we see a stop sign in the background. I know it's difficult to see. What street is that?
Oh, the red truck coming,
Yes, what street is that?
that's, Liberty Avenue.
So here you're looking at the intersection of Liberty and 11th.
Mhm. Yes. If I'm not mistaken, I'm very familiar with this area because in 1988, I
Okay.
used to live in a house that was here.
You used to live on this street?
Yeah, so I'm very familiar with this area.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know it very well.
Yeah,
Okay. So these streets right here pertain to the route you were taking on December 27th, 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. The cars you see in the background, and I know it's a little small right now. Does that look like what you had driven up to that you testified to earlier?
yeah, I seen a car, I didn't see these two vehicles, I don't know how, unless you say I'm coming up down the road to make a left.
You do see you driving up
Nah,
or we're about to?
this is what I was having, these guys here, just,
Those are the individuals you
Yeah.
saw.
Mhm.
Is that your truck in the back?
this is me trying part of my truck coming in.
And is there a street you have to pass through right there? Or are you
Yeah.
just driving straight on through Liberty?
It's a billboard, so you got two, one and one coming. So I have to stop here to make sure there's no traffic to make myself to Liberty.
And right here, you see the vehicle moving out of the way. Were they doing that so you could get through?
You see, if they doing this, at the time that they doing this, I'm focusing in my hands.
You're just working.
You can just like,
So you're driving up. Is this where you're turning onto 11th?
yes,
Do you see the silver car here? In the middle of the roadway? I'm going to pause right there if you don't mind.
I probably did, but
Was someone waving you through at that time?
uh,
Can we rewind? I'm going to rewind just a little bit. So the silver car, is he waving you through? At what time do you hear the shot?
not here, not here,
Okay, we're going to play it.
right there.
As you're turning onto 11th. In that moment, did you just hear one shot?
I heard several shots.
Okay. As you're turning.
I was
So you do eventually find your way onto 11th Street. As you're driving down 11th Street, do you turn onto Richmond?
yes, I start picking up some cans that is here, and then I went to Richmond.
You're focused solely on work at this point.
Yeah.
You turn onto Richmond. Do you turn onto Thomas after that?
No, I didn't. I went straight Richmond.
Okay. At what point did you see the body?
Yes.
Did you still, do you want the map up?
Yeah, hold on,
Okay,
please. You know,
let me get the map. So States Exhibit 16 here, in just a moment. Is this what you wanted to look at, Mr. Perez?
yes, please. Okay, let's see, this is Richmond. The next black.
I'm gonna pause you right there. You're pointing at Liberty.
Yeah.
Are you just making an example?
Yeah, just make an example. Since you don't have Richmond here. Okay, I have to come and stop to the stop sign and look this way, and the body was somewhere over here. So
So,
it's a very good distance for me to see,
okay,
okay?
so you're off on the intersection of Richmond and Thomas, but you're able to see a body right here at, correct me if I'm wrong, Thomas or Liberty,
From this house, right?
in front of Thomas
Yeah,
and
from
Liberty.
this house, in this corner. But when I come to the stop sign, I have to look in my left hand for the upcoming traffic. I look left and I look right, see the body. And so I'm about.
When you see that body, was there any commotion around?
It was quick.
You can have a seat, yeah.
Thank you.
Is it safe to say you really don't want to be involved in this?
Well, I'm just giving what I see.
Okay. When you were making this route on December 27th, 2021, did you switch routes shortly after?
I'll see the same week
The same week? Why?
because he kind of bothered me. I didn't know that I was involved in a bunch of. I told my supervisor because I was there for that probably about good 3 or 4 months.
So, seeing this incident had an effect on you?
Yeah, a little bit.
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Perez, what involvement did you have in this incident? You didn't see anything?
I didn't see nothing.
No. You heard some gunshots and you left, right? You weren't being accused of being part of it, right?
Not a lot.
And there were no bullet holes in the back of the truck that you know of, right? Okay. It appears before you pulled up to the intersection of 11th and Liberty, people were already running from the scene. Did you see that in the video?
Definitely.
Yeah. And that before you pulled up, cars were hurriedly backing up off the side of the road to the middle of the intersection. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
Well, that's where they were when you first saw it, right?
Video, yeah.
Right. And that there were other individuals running and kind of ducking, coming from, I guess, 11th Street from where you used to live. Did you see that while you were there?
If I start to see this, then I'm not going to be able to do my work. So,
So when you say that the individuals were just standing around talking, the video shows that prior to you getting to the intersection of 11th and Liberty, people were running away before you even reached that intersection. Is that what that video shows?
the video shows that, yeah.
Yeah. And so when you run from something, you're usually running away from what possibly may be happening, correct?
Like I said,
Let me rephrase it. If you were to run away from something, you're trying to get away from whatever's there, correct?
okay, this young man, they play like that all the time. So I told you, I get this all the time. So it's nothing new for me.
And you may misinterpret my question, Mr. Perez. You first testified that when you went by there, they were just standing around talking. There was no sign that anything was possibly going on at the time. Remember you testifying to that? But the video shows that just prior to you coming to the intersection, people were running, people were jumping into their cars, going backwards, backing up into the intersection of 11th and Liberty. Isn't that what it shows?
That's what it shows.
Right.
But I was looking at my cans.
Absolutely. And so if you do see, you never saw anybody running prior to you pulling up to that intersection, did you?
No,
Okay. So are you saying, or is your testimony is that you did not see anybody running or running into the cars as we saw in State's Exhibit number 2, the video, right? You didn't see them running.
I said this when I was about to go to 11.
Okay.
But when I was pulling into to Liberty, everything was normal.
Right. But as you went from Thomas Boulevard down to 11th Street, you never saw anybody run, right?
I did see when I was taking off. When I was taking off to go to 11.
Okay, so you saw people running.
Yeah, like moving around.
Well, when you saw them, they were running. Doesn't the video show that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess, was there another group of people still standing around talking when you passed?
When I pass, what you mean when I pass through?
Yeah, on Liberty, because you testified originally, okay, and I'm not trying to confuse you, okay, Mr. President, but you testified that they were just standing around talking. Do you remember testifying to that? That we see in the video before you go to the intersection of 11th and Liberty, people running to their cars, people running away, right?
Mhm.
And is that a yes?
Yes,
And pulling their cars back into the intersection, correct?
yes.
In fact, a white car hurries up and leaves the area going down 11th Street to where you used to live. I guess you didn't see that.
Toward Richmond.
Okay. But you never saw anybody running like that. You don't remember that, do you? What we saw on the video that happened.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that.
I just say that the guy was kind of making a spot for me to turn.
Okay.
Mhm.
And didn't see anything else around that. No, you don't remember it.
No.
No. Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. That's the witness.
Anything else?
Nothing further comments.
Is this not excused?
Yes.
You are excused, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Judge.
Next, please.
Jennifer Simmons.
Hey, Ella. Port Arthur, yes. It's a place in Texas. Oh, I was wondering why that was so familiar. Yeah, Port Arthur may be a sensitive topic for Ella.
We're about to give you truth and nothing but so help you God.
Okay.
Please have a seat. Thank you.
Morning. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Jennifer Simmons,
Well, what do you do for a living?
police officer.
That's the uniform, right?
Yes,
How long have you worked for, well, who are you working for?
Port Arthur Police Department,
How long have you worked for them?
25 years.
All that time as a certified peace officer?
Yeah.
Can you tell the jury what a certified peace officer means?
Well, I'm eventually able to perform the duties of police officer in the city of Port Arthur. Powers to arrest, for patrol duties and such.
And were you working in that capacity back on December 27th of 2021?
Yes,
And were you assigned a particular portion, kind of like your watch or your zone?
yes,
What was that, May?
downtown Port Arthur, eventually in the downtown area.
So the jury's been hearing about this portion of Port Arthur that appears in State's Exhibit 16. You recognize these streets, 11th, Liberty, Thomas? You recognize those streets?
Yes, sir.
Do those exist in Port Arthur?
Yes,
Are they within Jefferson County and the state of Texas?
yes, sir.
So if I was trying to describe to them what part of Port Arthur it is, because I know Port Arthur layout is pretty different. What section of Port Arthur is this?
It's downtown or the southern part of, Port Arthur, just downtown Port Arthur.
I didn't tell you I was going to ask this, so I'm going out on a limb. Where does the Port Arthur city limit start? If I'm coming from Beaumont and I'm headed that way, where does the city limits begin?
Well, there's Highway 69, or it's also known as Memorial Boulevard, also for Highway 69, near the city limits is a little bit north of it intersects Nederland Avenue and Nederland. That's the city limit sign is there, and then there's another section on Twin City Highway or Highway 347. It begins near a little bit near HEB.
I'm gonna use some landmarks for myself and then see if I can get it clear through them. So if I'm driving from Beaumont towards Port Arthur, when we reach Central Mall, is that one of the boundaries?
Yes, FM Highway 365.
Okay.
Um,
And if I keep going on 69, and eventually that turns into what street that mainly goes into Port Arthur, that leads us all the way down to the seawall?
from Highway 69?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, that's,
What's that street become in Port Arthur?
it becomes Memorial, or Boulevard, and the further south you go, it turns into Woodward, Boulevard.
And we eventually run into the seawall, don't we?
Yes, at that end of the seawall.
All right, so just reference wise, where is this in connection to the seawall area?
That area is closer to, what would be, Woodward Boulevard.
Okay, so the Woodworth is what brings us into the seawall. So this is fairly close to that area?
Yeah, it is.
Versus if we go from that and we go towards Port Acres, right? That's another extreme of the Port Arthur city limit, isn't it?
Yeah.
As well as down by Sabine Pass is kind of our southern extreme, right?
Yeah, more west or more southern, yes, into Sabine Pass.
So if someone uses slang or colloquialisms and says, I'm from the west side of Port Arthur, or says, I'm from the east side of Port Arthur, do you know what they mean when they say that?
Yeah.
Okay, what is considered the west side of Port Arthur?
The west side of Port Arthur is typically around, can be anywhere from Martin Luther King Boulevard to Houston Avenue. That area to West 7th Street, which is now called Reverend Ransom Street.
And by comparison, the east side?
Yes, the east side would be around anywhere from the Veterans Bridge that leads into Bridge City, that area, to Penn City Highway or Highway 347.
What about this? What we see in State's Exhibit 16? Would it be considered either one of those locations?
Multis would be more south.
South side, right? So if I'm trying to tell you as a police officer, I got shot down on the south side, it was somewhere around here at 11th and Liberty, you'd know more or less where that is, right?
Yeah.
Just like if it's the same scenario, if I'm telling you about west side, you're not going to think about this location, right?
No.
Thank you.
To help the jury, man, is there a landmark close by that maybe the jurors, like for instance, Gillum Circle?
Mm-hmm.
Is it near Gillum Circle, for example?
It's not far from there. It's
What does that mean?
DeQueen Boulevard is the 2400 block. So Gillum Circle divides is an avenue that Gillum Circle is on Stillwell Boulevard. So Stillwell Boulevard divides the 14 and 1500 blocks of those avenues.
So I believe whenever this scenario happens, you were out at DeQueen.
DeQueen Boulevard, yes.
Show the jury, if you could, if there's a pointer where DeQueen is in reference to this map that we've got out there, State's Exhibit 16. Officer Simmons, this may help you, and you can stand up. And I apologize that it doesn't encompass that, but it gives a general idea.
Okay, so, well, in Port Arthur, the avenues run north and south. The streets, such as 11th Street, run east to west. Okay, so if Liberty Avenue is kind of at an angle here, runs north and south this way. Queen Boulevard would be 2 blocks east, which is going to be further. St. Augustine would be the next avenue this way, running in the same direction as Liberty Avenue, like this. And DeQueen Boulevard would be the next block over, running the same direction, north and south. If that makes sense. So it would be a couple blocks to the east this way.
All right, so if I understood you, and if I've got my bearings, those are 2 different things. This is Liberty here,
Yes, sir.
it's 11th Street this way,
That's correct.
And if we were able to go off this screen, you're telling the jury that the Queen is somewhere in this direction, running the same direction as Liberty.
Correct, north and south.
And it would be two city blocks, meaning this one intervening street, and then another street would be DeQueen.
Correct,
Do I have that right?
correct.
Right. So tell the jury what you were doing on December 27th out at DeQueen.
I was on a call for service, on a burglary investigation.
And were you, at that time, was your body cam operating?
Yes,
And tell the jury, for those who may not know, what is a body camera?
it's a camera that's assigned to every officer that's, attached or, able to be connected inside of our uniforms to, record, any call for service that we're on.
Would you do me a favor and stand and indicating the uniform where yours is located, Ray?
Yes, it's right here. You can see the whole the uniform shirt, and it snaps inside. There's 3 snaps that connects it.
Right. So it looks like I can see a lens as you're testifying today. Is your camera actually in your uniform now?
It is.
So about how big is it?
It's the size of a cell phone, like a smartphone.
Right. So it's 2025 now.
Mhm.
Is your device that you're wearing today different from what you wore in 2021?
No, essentially.
Same setup, same kind of situation.
Pretty much.
Okay. Thank you, Officer.
Okay.
Let's get your research. I need to anything here. All right. So back to the body camera. How does it operate in general?
Well, when we arrived on a call for service, it can be activated by a remote that we have that's attached to us. It can be activated by the in-car camera system that's connected as another recording camera that's in car, and it can be activated by other things such as opening the car door and also other means.
Right. So it sounds like you can turn it on is one option.
Yes.
Or there are things that can occur, like turning on your sirens that would turn it on. Or other options, yeah. Was your body camera operating on December 27th, 2021, more or less about 12:49 PM that day?
Yes.
Did it truly accurately, probably the images that occurred that day, including sound as far as the events that took place?
Yeah.
Show you what I've marked as State's Exhibit number 3. Did you review this upstairs today in preparation for your testimony?
Yeah.
This is a snippet from when you were out on that call in DeQueen and some items that took place afterwards.
Yeah.
There were things about 5-6 minutes. Is that right?
Yes.
So as far as the reporting, does it truly and accurately depict the events that occurred that day?
Yes, sir.
You didn't add or delete anything.
No, sorry.
This redaction is something I chose to take from your recordings, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you actually watched the longer recording, did you not?
Yes, sir.
Just kind of refresh your memory today.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt that this redacted version actually contains the portion we're concerned about?
Yes.
There's some doubts?
Oh, I'm sorry, no.
Okay. I didn't change anything there.
No, sir.
No, with tender States Exhibit 3.
No objection to State's Exhibit number 3, Your Honor.
Admitted.
All right, so before we publish this, ma'am, let's get some of the parameters straight. You're actually working a call, I think we've established, for burglary.
Yes, of course.
None of that stuff has anything to do with this particular offense, does it?
No, dude.
What happens what's the jury about to see here?
Well, they're going to see that I'm on the call for service initially for the burglary that I'm investigating, and Sergeant Watchinette is also there assisting me, and I believe another officer may have been in the area assisting me trying to locate a suspect on the burglary that had already occurred. And I believe I'm also speaking to a witness at a residence because I wasn't able to meet with the complainant on the burglary, and he is a neighbor that's trying to give me a phone number to contact the original female complainant on the burglary.
Did you hear something as you were conducting that interview?
Yeah.
What did you hear?
I heard some gunshots.
And did you continue to talk to your witness?
Yes.
And was there a pause before you heard something else?
Yes, because it stopped. And then, we both heard some more that were questionable.
Did you ultimately hear more gunshots?
Yes,
Did it become clear that's what you were hearing?
yes,
And did you take steps to investigate that stage?
yes,
Before you actually leave that scene on to Queen, did you observe a car apparently fleeing the spot of the shots?
yes.
Can you describe what you saw as far as that's concerned?
Real quick, half Irish. So are cops not allowed to review the report before testifying? I believe the rule is typically they can review the reports if they don't remember something as they're testifying, but they have to then close the report or look away and then recite it. They can't just verbatim read out the report. And it looked like she was looking at a report as she was testifying. So that's not technically proper.
Sure.
Well, I drove a gold, colored passenger car, four-door passenger car traveling, the high rate of speed, from the 2400 block of 11th Street, traveling eastbound across King Boulevard, into the 2500 block.
So let's use State's Exhibit 16. If you're off the screen here at DeQueen, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying you saw something coming on 11th Street, we see that in State's Exhibit 16. Said that the car was traveling north at a high rate of speed.
East.
Excuse me, thank you for correcting me.
Yes,
East at a high rate of speed. Would it have been coming from the direction that we have exhibited here?
yes,
Right, so
So if I'm traveling on 11th Street from here towards DeQueen, that's east?
yes,
And that was the direction you saw this car leaving.
yes.
it was what in color?
Gold colored,
And it was a four-door passenger car, correct?
yes,
You said you saw the individual.
yes.
What did that individual look like?
Well, I saw that he was male, black budget. I saw he had, what I remember to be, shoulder length, dreadlock. And I only saw the back of his head. I didn't see his face. I saw the back of his head. And, it looked like the window was down, but he was traveling east. He was traveling, very quickly across the road.
Did you see any other occupants in the vehicle?
No,
Just the one as you described?
yes,
Enough to where you could identify who the person is?
well, just a hair.
Right. I mean, you didn't know if it was John Doe, did you?
No.
Okay. From there, after that car, I've used the word flee, the car that's traveling at the high rate of speed. Did you then get in your car and go to where the shots were fired? Where does that end up being?
In the area of, Liberty and Thomas Boulevard. Liberty Avenue and Thomas
I'm
Boulevard.
zooming in, man, on our diagram, State 16. This is Liberty coming this way. This is Thomas here. Did you respond to this house located? Or did you respond to this area, Liberty and Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Where did you find the body?
It was the front yard of 2248 Thomas Boulevard.
So our diagram indicates this is 2248 Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Was the body here?
Yes, sir. The front yard of that residence.
Did you subsequently determine who that individual was?
Yes.
Who was it?
Jacoby Rubin.
No, I mispronounced the middle name. Did you determine what the middle name was? Yeah.
Okay.
So Jacoby Rubin was located there. Yes. Okay. I'm going to publish
For the jury's been at states.
What's the length on this? The length on
It's 5 to 6 minutes, if I remember right, Judge.
Get stuff at he called go down and show me stuff. I knew the stuff was stolen, but I really didn't believe it was hers. Till he got telling me she gave him this here. And I told him, I said, I know she ain't gave it to you.
What the heck is that from? Somebody just shot something.
Just hold on. It ain't hard. You don't get pulled off.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, pulled off.
So he just trying to show it to you?
He showed it to me, and he told me, oh my God, my phone. No, they flop.
Fireworks,
Oh, they fireworks, baby. They flop. They flop.
Who shoot them?
They flop. Oh, they flop. They flop. Oh, they flop.
What's screaming?
They shoot, right? They shoot. They shoot.
Yeah, you got some person shots fired.
They're ready. The police right here.
Shots fired.
They don't pass it, no.
Sounds like shots fired the next block.
I don't know Brittany, no. Call me right back. Right now. Yeah, right now.
2300 block. Let it
All right,
outside.
It's fine. All right.
Gold car, it's between, the 11th Street, 2500 block, there's an East Round. Like a gold and power, gold car, just took off 11th Street, 2500 block. The white car, eastbound on 10th Street, where I really.
Officer Simmons, I'm gonna stop it at that point.
Hey, Hella, how are you?
I'm disappointed in you.
Why?
You missed such a great opportunity. Like the judge goes, "What's the length on this?"
Oh,
And you're like, "You did nothing.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
You missed such a great opportunity.
Oh boy, I'm disappointed in myself.
You are. You should be. I mean,
I
what
know.
is going on?"
Everybody,
Perfect
this is Hella.
opening.
We are just doing this trial out of Texas. Oh,
Mhm.
there's Seraph.
Sarah says hi. He's also disappointed.
I know. He's very judgmental.
Mm. What is this? It's just what's the point really in watching
I
Dolly if you're
know.
not going to pick up on the perfect double entendre?
I'm disappointed in myself.
Yeah, should. All right, well, I'm here to help.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna replay it. And at a certain point, I'm gonna pause and ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
We've seen everything that have we seen everything that you described that you and I've already talked about?
Yes.
So you're out on this call as between that you're talking to this gentleman here, correct? In a moment, you're going to hear something. How many shots did you hear, man?
Get stuff. Y'all go down and show me stuff. I knew the stuff was stolen, but I really didn't believe it was hers. Till he got telling me she gave him this here.
All right, pause this at the 25 to 26 second mark. We've heard something in the background.
Mhm.
What are you telling the jury that was? Were they gunshots?
The gunshots, yes.
Right then, the noise I just heard, was it?
Yes.
Do you know how many?
I don't know the total enough.
Were you fairly certain that's what it was?
At what point?
At this point, right there in time, were you certain it was shots or were you already not, man?
Yes.
Okay.
Were you able to turn the volume up a little more, please? Thank you.
Don't believe. Check that. I think we're at our extent where we can go to. All right, so I'm going to pick back up. We're at the 26 second mark.
Oh, and I told I know she did.
What the heck is that from? Somebody just shot something.
Pulled off. Ain't off. You don't get pulled off. Yeah, pulled off.
So he's trying to show it to you?
He showed it to me,
Uh-huh.
and he told me.
What are we starting to hear right now? What's the jury hearing right now in your video, ma'am?
It's fine.
No doubt about that at this stage, right?
Yeah.
All right, so for the record, we went from 26 seconds to this is 56 seconds. There was that delay, wasn't there?
Yes.
Is this Judge Hippo?
So in that 30-second deal, it looks like you and
He has
this
the
gentleman,
best
the witness
face,
that
Paul
y'all had a
moments.
conversation about
Yeah.
whether or not it was fireworks.
He really does.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Look at him.
And I remember him, I'm pretty sure the jury does too. He said, well, that's Port Arthur, baby. That's my poor attempt at
Ba-boom.
repeating his voice, but that's what he says, right?
Yes.
Is shots like what
Can
we're
I go
hearing
home?
pretty normal for Port Arthur, like he implies?
Yes.
Kind of work that on a day in and day out basis?
Yes.
All right, now I paused this at 56. I'm gonna back it up just a second or so. When the second set of shots start. So that we can hear the shots.
But he showed it to me, and he told me. Oh my God, I moved. Oh, they saw. Oh, they saw with me. They flopped. They flopped. They flopped. Oh, they flopped. They flopped. Oh.
Oh.
What's screaming?
They shoot back. They shoot. They shoot.
Yeah. The first shot fired.
They're ready. They're ready. They're ready. The police right here. The police right here. They don't toss it up.
Sounds like shots fired the next block.
I don't know, Brittany.
We'll pause this. That's at 1:37. We'll take a guess at how many shots you've now heard. From that 56, 55-second mark up till now. You have any idea how many shots we just heard?
I don't know.
I think I heard you contacting dispatch.
Yeah.
And what were you telling them?
That there were shots fired.
It's because
First, but that we were hearing shots fired.
uh,
The next block.
I hear, again, the other citizen talking to you about his scenario. Are you really paying attention to him? Once you hear all these shots, yes.
I mean, no.
Where's your attention drawn to, officer?
Listen to ascertain, what I'm hearing, trying to process what I'm hearing.
I think I heard you say, and maybe a little bit further on, that you thought the shots came from 11th Street. Did I hear that right?
Yes, I'm trying to figure where they're coming from. And I'm hearing a difference in the first shots and the second.
Felt like it might be two different guns.
Well, yes, that's why I said something different the second time.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Let me finish playing this just a little bit more.
Don't do that thing. Right now. Yeah, right.
Let me
Oh, I
sound five.
It's fine. All right.
Gold cars, between, the 11th Street, 2700 block, is eastbound. Like a gold, gold car, just took off 11th Street, 2700 block. A white car, eastbound on 10th Street, flying really fast.
Thank you. Okay. Now, from there, officer, I realize we're stopping this here, but did you then go from there to work the scene?
Yeah.
And was that at the 2300 block of Thomas Boulevard? Where
You
we
just came back to the
already
toilet?
identified where you found Mr. Ruby?
Well, yeah, well, prior to that, I asked, two
Oh, sorry.
officers or one officer to, attempt to, or try to locate the, suspect vehicle.
Which officer was that?
Sergeant Fontenette, who was there assisting with the burglary, so I asked him to, try to make chase, to locate the suspect vehicle.
I know that Sergeant Fontenette, was he your sergeant, patrol sergeant at that time?
He was actually in the area. That was my first thought.
I know you did a lot more that day, man, but I'm gonna stop at that
Okay.
stage and that's good.
Any questions? I do. How long? You think?
It could be minutes when it's.
We're going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. Can all of you return back at 1:30, 1:30?
Half an hour.
Please remember the instructions the court has given. Typically, we'll see you back then. Thank you. Everyone else remain seated while the jury and the witness is excused. You'll be back.
Is this live?
Man, it's like 1:30.
No, it was this morning.
Oh,
The trial's
It is
happening
morning.
today, though.
sorry. Morning as in. So where
Oh.
is this exactly?
Texas.
Right.
Beaumont, Texas, around there. And it was a shooting in 2021, right before Christmas. The victim died, Port Arthur, Texas, not Beaumont. Correct. Thank you, Louise.
I noticed
and
it
the
was Port Arthur.
Well, sometimes they have like the different names depending on like the suburb, but yeah.
Mm.
So the victim died. He was shot as well. And they quickly realized, they went to like his posse and their posse went to meet up to fight, as one does.
As you
Because I
wind up. As
always go
posses do.
online and organize a brawl. The first place they went to, there wasn't room for a brawl.
Right.
So they decided to go and find a better spot to have said brawl.
Said brawl.
As one does.
Yeah.
And apparently the defendant got the better of the victim.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as one does, he went back to his car, grabbed his pew-pew. I guess it's a Texas thing.
Yeah.
Shot the victim's back tire, I believe. And then they got into a pew-pew exchange. And
Okay, so can we just start from the beginning? Because I missed it, and also because I'm Australian and I don't really understand why pew-pews are even involved. So they had an argument, and they were going to go. And
yeah, we don't know if the victim was the one shooting. I believe his half-brother was the one shooting back. Thank you.
Is this is it like a gang thing? Like there's two gangs involved, or is it just like people, former friends who decided to go and pew one another, or is it like a duel? Like we're going to go duel at dawn?
I don't know. Probably Gaines kind of, or Gain adjacent.
Right.
I believe he was shot in the foot, but I read several articles and some of them kind of jumbled together, but I believe it was the foot.
Okay.
Allegedly.
All right. So they actually decided to go and have a fight at a spot. And then they even rescheduled, worked out where the spot was going to be, because the spot was not going to be like conducive.
It wasn't ideal.
It wasn't ideal for the
fisticuffs they were about to have.
Right. All right. And so anyway, he had overpowered his opponent,
the victim. Yeah.
Yeah. But the victim was okay at that point. And
he was
then
alive,
he'd gone, and then he'd gone and gotten his pew-pew, and then he'd gone and shot the tire of the victim.
Yeah.
Right. And then the victim's gotten really grumpy and gotten his own pew-pew out, or?
The half-brother had a gun and was firing back at the defendant. So they started exchanging like over 30 shots. Yeah, 30 shots were exchanged total.
Okay. Right. So the half-brother's involved, and there's a back and forth, and defendant ends up shooting victim.
We haven't got that far yet.
We don't know yet. Right. Okay. But that's what being alleged, right, by the state.
My kind of understanding from what I've seen. Bits and pieces I've seen.
You've seen the opening statements, right? So
yeah.
Okay. So did the prosecutor say in the opening statements that what's his face, defendant, shot victim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, it wasn't a great opening, just kind of like the order of the witnesses they're going to call. He did do it kind of off the cuff, no notes, which I give him credit for. but
Well, if he
he kind of
if he
got
didn't make it clear that
mixed
the
up.
defendant actually did a thing, then that's not a great opening.
Yeah.
Right, Louise? Hey, how are you, mate?
So we'll go a little bit more on the afternoon stream. We'll finish this witness and then end for today, but I'll be back tomorrow.
The video shows the defendant shooting.
Yeah.
The video shows
Oh,
the
yeah, and
defendant
there's
shooting, but does it show the victim? Like, okay, so it shows the defendant shooting, but does it show the victim falling? Is the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the trial's still going for today. It's still live today.
No, Louise, you're great. Thank you. Because, like, clearly this one hasn't been paying attention.
No, I have actually been taking notes for once. I got the juror makeup. The juror is all there's 3 women. There's 1 black juror. Which 1 black juror. I'm kind of, okay. I won't make any jokes about that, but personally, I would have thought they'd have gotten more black people on the jury, but okay. If I was the defense, I'd be a little unhappy with that makeup. A lot of them were older as well.
Yeah.
Older white people on the jury for this is not conducive to a good outcome for defendant.
No, I'm behind, but why wouldn't guns be involved? I don't know. Like, I'm obviously the one in the alternate universe over here.
Oh, was the last trial the same, Scott?
Record just show that the jury is now seated in the courtroom. The witness was tendered for cross-examination when we broke for lunch, and the defense may go forward. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, officer. How you doing? I have some questions for you, and if you don't understand it, just stop me and try to replace it for you. Fair enough? Okay. During your questioning about Mr. Ham and looking at the video that we saw, which I believe was State's Exhibit number 3. For Ham. Crazy. You testified that after you heard the shots, you observed a gold car going east out of 11th Street. Is that correct? Okay.
And also, sorry guys to keep pausing. Louise did bring up a very good point that I wanted to mention earlier. As is very custom in these types of situations, the parties were less than cooperative with the authorities. So it's very difficult for them to do a proper investigation, which may be one of the reasons that the whole thing wasn't, the first jury didn't have, or either jury will have a complete picture. So it is good for the defendant in that aspect.
Less than cooperative, meaning they
don't
wanna
talk to
the
cops. Yeah.
Well, how dare they?
No, I mean, they're smart there. I don't blame them.
Good on them.
You have your report there?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get the overhead? Sort of secret for this?
There it is.
And one of the things that you testified, officer, was that when you observed the car going down 11th Street going east, he was going at a high rate speed, correct? But you don't know what.
Okay. Hella just DM'd me also. Just kind of a fun little fact. I may have to retitle my stream. Because the Port Arthur murders massacre in Australia, very famous event back in the 90s.
That's not what this video is about.
No. So I may have to rethink of the title. So going forward, it's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That's a little awkward now
Just
that I think
telling
about
ya.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
little
People are
different.
going to come to this video and be like, what? Why is it called that?
You can't tell how fast you do. But the other thing that you said was, that you observed a black male with dreadlocks in the car driving. And that you did not see anybody else with them. Remember saying that, questioning? And I want to direct your attention when we saw on your video. Now let me take a step back. As an officer, when you hear something like that, and as many shots as you've heard, it's important to get all the details as possibly can. Is that correct? Yeah. And it's from your initial observation, because what we saw on the video was what actually happened at the time it happened, right? And that's being said. Yeah. And so the one thing I did not hear on the video was the gold car being occupied by a single black gentleman with long dreadlocks. Would you agree that you didn't identify the driver at the time of this incident that had happened?
Yeah, not at the time.
Not at the moment. So you didn't know at the time who was in the car, who was actually in the car.
I remember that. I mean, I related with that one.
You didn't relay it to,
All of the information.
right. But would you agree that would be probably a pretty important thing, especially for other officers that are trying to find it, or other officers that are trying to stop the vehicle?
Yeah.
Something. And we didn't hear the description of a possible topic. Correct?
Not at that.
I also saw your vehicle, or police, what appeared to be a white police vehicle in your in the video. Were you driving a Tahoe? Do you remember?
I don't know. Back to what you
Well, and was it pointed in the direction, like going the other way, reference to where you saw the vehicle going? Let me get to where I'm trying to go. When you left that scene, you testified that you went to Liberty and Thomas Boulevard. I'm testifying to that. You observed the car going east on 11th Street, right? So my question is, why didn't you go down 11th Street going west to where you saw the vehicle that you thought was a suspect?
Thank you, Hella.
Where the shots were supposed to play.
Oh, you are so sweet.
I know.
Confused?
What's your question?
Sure. You testified that once you left the scene, or left where your location was, that's talking to the gentleman about the burglary.
On the Queen Boulevard.
Right.
Mhm.
You went to the intersection of Thomas Boulevard and Liberty Street. Remember testifying to that?
Yeah,
Okay,
there's routes to get to there.
okay. And that you discovered a body, whereabouts did you know which, in front of which house?
This actually advised that there was a victim at the residence.
Okay, so you didn't actually go to that location and see the victim. You were told that there was a victim on Thomas Boulevard and you know that.
Yes, at that moment on the Queen Boulevard, we had no idea if there was a shooting victim at that point.
So my original question was, if you saw a car leaving 11th Street going east,
Yeah.
and what we heard on the video was there's a suspect vehicle, what we think was involved in this, the gold car, going down the street. Why didn't you turn around and go down 11th Street where that person or that vehicle was coming?
I was at it.
So when you came down 11th Street in Liberty, okay, what did you observe?
Record fire report.
Sure.
I instructed Sergeant Fonette to try to locate for catch-up sheet for the public passenger car.
Okay, which was going east on 11th Street, right?
Yeah,
Okay, now you said you went down 11th Street going west.
yeah, the pretty far after you crossed Queen Boulevard.
So when you went down 11th Street towards Liberty, did you see anything? Going down back towards, and if you look at this, again, which is Exhibit 16 picture, I'll represent to you that this is where the shooting happened right here. This is Liberty. That's Thomas Boulevard. Somewhere here, there's Mr. Rubin, okay? You're up in here. And so now what you testified now is as the gold car went this way, afterwards, you came down here to investigate different places. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And were you stopped when you went down that way?
I was flagged down. There was
Okay.
a female subject.
Okay, well, hold on a minute. And did based on when you were flagged down, did you get information of another possible suspect?
Yes, there was a female subject. Waiting something. I did stop. She was waiting for a white shed Tahoe.
A white Tahoe. And did you observe that Tahoe going at a high rate speed?
Yeah,
And which way was that Tahoe going?
that was tracking both down.
Same direction as you were coming from, but going this way, right?
The same direction I was traveling.
Right.
Right
So,
now.
so if you were coming from here, which is from the Queens, right? And pulling up, whereabouts when you stop or flag down, do you know?
In my report, it's 2200 block.
That be around here somewhere, maybe? I don't know. What block is, do you know what block this is?
Yeah, it would be around 2200 block, would be around 2 blocks from the place.
That would make sense about here. And you said it was female? Or it was a lady?
Like,
It was a lady.
And she pointed, I guess there were several people pointing to another vehicle leaving.
I was the officer. Like, no.
And she was pointing to a vehicle?
Yeah.
And indicating that that's part of this incident too.
Yeah.
And well, it was enough that you observed a white Tahoe.
Yeah.
Leaving your area in a high wind speed. Did you give chase? And if this is going west, east, this way would be going north. Oh, this is going south. Okay. And this would be going north, right? Okay. Where did the car turn, the Tahoe that you started chasing?
It turned north.
Somewhere down out of the picture?
Yeah.
But you lost sight. Did you use your radio in order to inform other law enforcement or other police officers you were attempting to locate? Or do you?
I remember telling this guy how behind the so I can talk to it. And at that moment, a short time later, I remember all the match that I'm getting into them. So I redirected attention to looking at the location.
So you attempted to come to find the Tahoe or catch up to the Tahoe, and then you got communication from dispatch that there was a somebody on the ground with. Now, when you say victim, you don't know anything about the facts of that point. What happened? You see, I certainly don't just honestly. Right? Somebody on top. And you were directed up to Thomas Boulevard? Okay. Somewhere around here?
Yeah.
You know which house by chance? Was it this house, that house,
2248, the one
one on the corner?
yeah, Liberty.
When you approached, did you see someone lying on the ground?
Yeah,
You spoke somewhere around that time to a gentleman by the name of Jalen Thomas, right? Did he give you information?
yeah.
What did you do with that information?
I would like the information to the detective. Because later around.
When you pulled up there, was there anybody around the person on the ground?
Oh, Raymond Thomas or Kevin, if you.
Oh, okay.
We have to for the help.
Asking for help? So Gail Thomas was there.
Yeah, he told me. On.
Do you know if there was anyone else around besides Mr. Thomas?
If there was another male subject, then another subject was there.
Well, but he wasn't there when you originally got there, was he? That other subject. Would it help to refresh memory?
Yeah.
Not much good. It's like a point where
She's still looking down, reading.
That's fine. Well,
so a short time later, another subject came up to the scene. And I'm not talking about minutes or hours or minutes. After you got there, someone arrived, right?
well, yeah, I mean, there was another mailbox that's a therapist.
Okay.
There were two, but then, yeah, we're talking about the one that arrived short time later, yeah.
You have Jalen Thomas, and to get the identity of the other person,
The older mailbox, I think that was here in the register, but I can't, with any of you are, I think it was names, but, didn't get within that moment.
did he just leave?
No.
Maybe just stick around and talk to the police?
Yeah.
So that you have the name of another subject. So you didn't get the name.
No, but the detectives all have that later.
And then short time after that, another black subject pulled up, correct?
And they all, yeah.
Okay. And he had a white t-shirt on, right?
Yeah.
And did you make the observation that he was covered in a large amount of blood?
Yeah.
Did you know whether or not he had been struck by a bullet, or did he just have blood on his shirt?
Well, I mean, I spoke to him, and he did not, have any warning.
And did that subject that came up with the large amount of blood, was his name Charles?
Yeah.
And did he identify himself as Ruben, or the person's on the ground to Robin?
Yeah.
Just so that we're clear, when you pulled up, Jalen Thomas was holding Ruben, asking for help, right? Holding him, asking for help.
That was it.
Right. And another subject that was standing by was there, don't know who it was, but up here with them, right? And then this gentleman, Charles, who explained to be his brother, pulled up into the scene. He got a large amount of blood on his t-shirt, right? And he wasn't in. But he wasn't at the scene at the time you all pulled up. You were there for the whole time in the investigation. That is, later on, and I've got some more questions after, but you secured the scene at 11 and didn't. Did you notice anyone else that had any injuries, bleeding injuries, besides Mr. Rubin while you were there?
Uh-oh.
Not that you know.
Not that I know.
Okay.
Of course.
And there wasn't any other calls at that time for any other
That's weird.
shootings at that time.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. That was so weird.
Yeah.
StreamYard's being so strange.
Yeah.
Not that I'm there.
Can you assume that the blood that was on this gentleman by the name of Charles, the brother, probably came from Mr. Rubin?
No.
Can you assume that? Or did he run into someone else that was bleeding a lot?
I mean, can't do them.
Okay. Hypothetically, if the blood came from Mr. Rubin, that means he had to have left the scene and came back. Because he wasn't there when you folks showed up. Was Mr. Rubin?
No.
And you talked to this gentleman that was Rubin's brother, right? Charles.
I asked the question,
All right, did you
not
refuse,
what has happened.
did you refuse to answer anything?
He didn't, yeah, he didn't answer.
With his brother on the ground dying. Police officers there to assist. He wasn't talking. Somewhere later on, you must have been around, in reference to an older male, black male. That was talking about several cars pulling up. You remember that? On page 6.
Yeah, Charles was one of the shooters.
Allegedly.
You remember, an older black male, that gave some information about seeing some cars being pulled up, in the street? I thought you get it. Did you show you on? I'm sorry. During your investigation, somebody else now came and gave some information on what they observed in reference to the cars pulling, right? And then upon further, I guess, questioning, he said he didn't see them. Right?
Yes, he said that he only heard that shot.
Question I have is that the individual that you saw standing there when you pulled up and saw you were even on the ground, is that the same individual that said he didn't see anything? You don't know. Understand. And then you secured the scene and stayed at the scene until everything was taken care of and then went back into service. Is that correct?
I believe it was the end of the day, so, and go back and do it.
You went home. Okay, but you stayed there until you were no longer needed.
Yes.
Do you know where Charles, Mr. Rubin's brother, went to after he refused to answer your questions? Do you know what happened to him? And where he went?
Absolutely.
Or what happened? Where did he go?
Yeah, I'll think for Gibson.
Did you have to go, Hella?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for being
Hi,
here.
guys. Have a great
Bye.
day. Bye.
See you later.
Ciao.
Godspeed.
I arrived
We'll be ending probably 15, 20 minutes whenever this witness ends. We'll be back tomorrow, though, at 5.
on the
Okay.
large scene, early March.
Did you take custody of him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I said,
Okay. Now that's based on your observations that you came to where you were at. He had a large amount of blood on his white t-shirt.
yeah, I'm sorry.
And he didn't want to talk to you.
But yeah, for the first 30 days.
After that day, this happened, did you have anything else to do with this investigation? Thank you. I passed the witness subject to the phone.
In response to Mr. Burbank's question about Charles, turns out to be Charles Nicholas, right? He asked you why the man wasn't saying anything. You have a response. Well, did you repeat that? Why do you think he wasn't saying anything? And that's based on your opinion from experience dealing with these kind of things. But those were your observations. That was after you knew that it was his brother. Now, earlier when I tendered State's Exhibit 30, we stopped the plane, this full exhibit that's, I want to pick up where we stopped at. Let's finish listening to what you provided dispatch. Yeah, please. I remember right, we stopped at somewhere around the 2 minute and 26 mark is what my reference in my notes is. I'm gonna pick up a little bit right there, man. Leaves us right about a minute left.
I'm not sure, because a lot of talk hard. It was a car, it was a passenger car, male black with dreadlocks.
So I worked my way over to pause. Did you just, in that time frame, give a description about who you saw in that car?
Yes, I did. At that point.
Nothing about that's changed, right?
No,
And we're at the 2:55 mark on this exhibit. Dispatch is just on what? We hear something from dispatch. What are they doing?
yes, they're dispatching the shooting.
For the shots that occurred there on Thomas Street.
Yes,
And that area is where you're dispatched to, right?
yes.
And this is mere seconds after I paused it before, 3:05. Who's talking in the background there?
That's Sergeant Fonda.
That's somebody you're familiar with, isn't it?
Yeah,
And he's here to testify, is he not? And he gave a description of the car that we're looking for?
yes, that was the car that I gave the description, where it was going through the pay.
Okay, we got 5 more seconds here.
Yeah, Sergeant actually caught male black with dreadlocks.
Your last statement there, you said, Sarge, it's occupied by a male black with dreadlocks.
Yes,
Had there been somebody else in the car, would you have given that information as well?
yes, if I had observed it, yes.
And you didn't observe anybody else, did you?
No.
Any further questions, Jeff?
Officer, would you look through your report and where it states that Charles could not talk to you because he was in shock?
I don't know if I stated that in my report or not.
You're saying it now, and it's almost 4 years later. Have you been an active patrol officer?
Yeah,
Have you done many, many calls,
yeah.
many crimes that you've investigated? Why didn't you put that in when you said that he refused or would not answer any of your questions? That he did that because he was in shock?
I make my opinion here, sometimes I don't.
But now you're coming up and saying it.
Well, because, I mean, have you ever written a report? Sometimes you don't always include everything in the report. When you're writing reports, there's many things that, you know, that you want to say, but sometimes you don't articulate everything in the report at that moment.
Well, ma'am?
Yes.
When I was a state trooper back in the 70s, I did articulate.
Object, Judge.
Your Honor, she's questioning whether or not I have ever written reports.
You have to frame your questions in the form of a question
Question.
rather than a statement. Go
I
ahead,
was
try it
taught-
again.
I was taught to make sure you articulate facts in major crimes.
I'm going to object again.
Sustained.
Attempt to him testify.
I'll move on.
Thank you.
So are you saying that that may not have been an important thing to include in your report?
Pissed.
Well, yeah, but that was my opinion. Sometimes you forget to leave things, put things in the report, given the emotion
And I guess,
that I observed of him.
officer, the point I'm trying to get at is you have an individual that's bleeding on the ground, and you have another person come up that has blood all over his shirt.
Mhm.
It says his brother.
Yeah.
And you put in your report, basically refuses to answer any of my questions.
Yes.
And that's it.
But
There's
also,
no explanation of why.
it's a family member, it was his brother, so his emotion was just normal reaction to me, if anything he said.
Did you see any firearms? Did you see a firearm by Mr. Rubin?
Did I see a firearm that I should victim?
Yes.
No.
Do you know whether or not, I assume, again, I'll use that Charles's brother had left the scene because he had blood all over him. You know whether or not he had taken any firearms from, Mr. Rubin? Or you went there with him? Nothing further.
No additional questions. Those
Thank you.
witnesses,
Is this lady excused?
please.
Oh, that was good.
You are excused, ma'am. Thank you. Next, please.
That was a good ending by him. All right, guys, I'm going to end here. It's been a lot of fun today. I am downloading the trial. Yeah, looks like I got it for today, and we'll continue downloading tomorrow. So for this, 5 p.m. Eastern again, and then I'll be back tomorrow morning at the usual 10 a.m. Eastern for the court roulette stream. Thank you so much, Louise, for helping me in chat. At least we got a decent objection there. And it was the proper objection. I mean, the defense attorney really didn't care. He just wanted to get that out there. I mean, that was a good strategy there. But yeah, I'm going to end now. I hope everyone has a good night. I think Sean's probably going to be live, potentially criminal soon. See you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Yeah. Thank you, Half Irish, for being here, everyone. Oh, no worries. This works. All right, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.